I think we just made a flag in the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next, we need to consider the approval of the minutes. And if I get a motion,
Mr. Chairman,
yes.
I would move to consider the approval of the agenda.
Second.
Okay, we had a first and second, all in favor.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. We need to consider the minutes of the June 30th, 2026 regular meeting.
Mr. Chair, I'd move to approve the minutes of the June 30th, 2026 regular meeting. I'll second that.
Okay, we got a first and second, all in favor.
Aye.
Motion carried. Any citizen wishing to make statements during the discussion of any item must first be recognized by the commission chair. After being recognized, that person should state their name and the name of any organization represented. Statements should be limited to 5 minutes. Please silence all phones and electronic devices. Recording the meeting is allowed, and the commission requests that anyone using special recording equipment be seated in the back row to avoid creating a distraction during the meeting. Moving on to old business, and there is no old business. Moving on, new business. First of all, in item A, we've got a proclamation, and Commissioner Esfelt will provide some details.
Hey, Mr. Chair, today's a really good day. Not only is it Bat Cat Day, which is super exciting, but we're celebrating 10 years, right, Roger?
That's correct, yeah.
Dude, that's pretty cool. And we got a great group of guys to do it with. And Mr. Chair, it's my honor to recognize Coach Ward, Assistant Coach Zach Dobbins, and Derek Pomeroy, and the Bat Cats as they celebrate 10 years of baseball in Great Bend, along with another outstanding season. If you've never attended a Bat Cat game, you're truly missing out on some of the best free family entertainment our community has to offer. These talented athletes contribute so much to Great Bend. They volunteer in our community, bring excitement to the ballpark, and attract parents, family members, and friends who travel from miles away to support them. This not only benefits them, but it benefits our local businesses and gives us a chance to share our hospitality with these athletes and their families. Most importantly, they are respectful, hardworking young men, and we are grateful they choose to spend their summers here in Great Bend. At this time, I'd like to invite Coach Ward, if he wouldn't mind, to come up and say a few words. And then we have a proclamation, Coach. And in that proclamation, I'm going to stop in part of it and have them introduce themselves and say where they're from.
Okay. Where would you like me to stand? Here
The
again?
hot seat, right up
All
there.
right. Is this on? Well, first of all, thanks for the opportunity to be here. The guys are probably looking a little sluggish. We got in about 1:45 a.m. this morning, and but here they are. You know, it's, as you said, another fine group. I mean, I think last year I stood here and told you without a doubt that it was the best group that we had put together. That doesn't just mean on the field. It's what they do, how they conduct themselves, the little things that make it easier for us coaches to get through a summer, you know, without trying to always bark out orders. And I think this group has probably topped it. We have a lot of returners. That always helps because they showed the way. The new ones that come in have just really taken it by the horns and been a part of the community and a part of this team, which, by the way, we're having a pretty good summer. You know, the last 2 summers we've come up short by 1 win to get to the World Series, and we don't know what's going to happen here in the next 2 weeks. It's going to be a whirlwind, and we're going to need to play good baseball and hopefully have a little luck on our side too. But we're in first place at the current time, so it's really in our hands as a group, as an organization, to go out and compete and win the games that we need to get to the NBC World Series again, which most of these guys don't really know what it's about, but a lot of us older folks do. And having played in it in the early 90s and and been there as Batcats general manager and head coach for 5 times, I believe. It's quite a deal. It's the longest standing national championship for baseball in the United States. So this is year number 92. So that's the goal. These guys have been doing what it takes to try to stay on task with all of that. But I do want to mention, I have one board member here. You know, it's usually me that gets my name's out in front of everything, and actually it was just me in the beginning, but this is year 10, and we've had a lot of growth in many ways, as you've probably noticed if you've been around. But Darren Hall here, he's representing our board today. He was the one that can make it, and it's him and a whole slew of others that are doing all those things behind the scenes that allow me to really free up and coach and manage the guys, organize other things. But what they do has turned this organization into one of the premier ones. I mean, especially for the Jayhawk League. And our players can probably tell you that, because we go a lot of places and they have about 12 fans, maybe a half a concession stand open, you know, and things like that. And not that that's all important, but when we started this, it was to me, because all I could picture when I'd go to bed is, I want to fill the stands. I want to have a good environment. I want to see my friends out there, you know, and their friends, and people socializing, because it's a social sport. And that's what they do. And it's not just for the 7 weeks in the summer. Just like you guys, it's not just when you meet. You're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. And we truly do work on it for 11 months out of the year. And so it's very rewarding when you can bring in a good group of guys. And again, this is the best. Whether we win or lose, that won't change my mind on that. Good men, good young men. Some couldn't be here today. There's some guys that are working right now. Some guys that are maybe doing I think there's 1 or 2 doing a class this morning. I know there's one on a Zoom meeting with academic and athletic advisors at the next school that he's going to in Charleston Southern. So, you know, they don't just wake up late, show up at the field and play baseball and go home. They get on a pretty good schedule, take care of their bodies. Club One Fitness has been a very important place for these guys over the years, and we appreciate everything they've done in allowing us to go and work out. So they get on their schedules, they work out extra. And then we could go on and on about things they do on the off days with families and people in the community. But super proud. I'm going to wrap this up. I got a little bit carried away here, but I guess we are just very grateful. I know for me, this is my hometown. A lot of these guys understand it after they're here for a week or so, what it means to me. And we don't really talk about how it started. We talk about how it is now, and the tone that we've set, and the where we want to be as an organization. And I think we're all pretty proud of it, and we're especially happy to get noticed. And I mean, I don't know who spearheads it, probably Barb, you know, but this is very special to us. And so thank you so much for allowing us to be here and having a day for the Batcats. And we hope that here in the next 10 days that we can make everybody happy, and maybe you guys can make a special trip to Wichita and watch these guys play. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Roger.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to go ahead and read the proclamation, and then I'll have them introduce themselves, say where they're from and where they're going to go to college. Okay. Whereas the Board of County Commissioners of Barton County, Kansas has multiple goals to include investing in area youth and growing our community. And whereas the commission can bridge those two goals, there a synergy that moves beyond the courthouse. And that in the case of the Batcats, expand to the 32 states and 8 countries that have brought student athletes to Al Burns Memorial Field in Great Bend, Kansas, to develop skills, gain exposure, and pursue a dream of playing professional baseball. And whereas the commission honors the vision of General Manager Roger Ward and the Great Bend Batcat Baseball Club for foregoing local enthusiasm for America's pastime and for the recognition and economic pull that the local sports bring to Central Kansas. And whereas with an estimated 8,000 people attending free games throughout a typical season, team members and staff offer support by participating in community and service opportunities, reinforcing the organization's commitment of giving. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Barton County, Kansas, that Tuesday, July 7th, 2026 is hereby recognized as Great Bend Batcats Baseball Club Day in recognition of the affordable family entertainment, community pride, and success that makes this club a mainstay in our community. And Coach Ward, would you, wherever you want to start, like everybody to introduce themselves, where you're from and where you're going?
My name is Peanut Brazel. I'm from Temple, Texas, and I'm going to West Texas A&M.
My name is TJ Shaw Jr. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm going to Utah Tech University.
My name is Joshua McCarroll. I'm from Wellington, New Zealand, and I go to Cochise College in Arizona.
My name is Quentin Madrano. I'm from Gilroy, California. I'm going to Temple College.
Chase Kessler from Falcon, Colorado. I'm going to East Central University.
Zachary Allard, Montgomery, Texas. I'm going to Sam Houston State.
My name is Mason Murphy. I'm from Missouri City, Texas, and I'm at Sam Houston State University.
My name is Dylan Sira from Olin Park, Kansas. I'm going to Kansas City, Kansas Community College.
My name is Carter Graham. I'm from Hayes, Kansas. I'm going to Colby Community College.
My name is Dakota Delancey. I'm from Nassau, Bahamas. I'm going to Cisco College.
My name is Carter Cushing. I'm from Topeka, Kansas, and I'm going to Barton County Community College.
My name is Ben Smith. I'm from Henderson, Nevada, and I'm going to Cochise College.
I'm Chase Chapman. I'm from Parker, Colorado, and I'm going to Cochise College. I'm Jose Ortega. I'm from Calexico, California, and I'm going to Cal State Dominguez Hills.
My name is Cesar Chavira. I'm from San Luis, Arizona, and I'm going to Cochise College.
My name is Jackson Bunkers. I'm from Remsen, Iowa, and I attend Morningside University.
And how many of you are returning from, came last year and played? 2 here. How many do you have altogether, Roger? That
I want to say 7.
7?
7 or 8.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty exciting. Thank you, guys. And then thank you, board member, for coming too. We appreciate all you do for us here in Great Bend and allowing us to have this. And if you haven't been out to the stadium, it's awesome. You just have to go, right, guys?
You just have to go.
Andrew knows, you just have to go. It's a fun time. Even if you don't like baseball, you'll fall in love with it. It's just a good time. And then I want to give a shout out to Peanut Brazel and TJ Shaw Jr. and George McCarroll. These poor guys live with us and my crazy dog and grandkids and 2 ornery cats. So they're doing a good job this summer. So with that, further, that all Barton County citizens are urged to support the Batcats, attend home games, and to be a patron to those local businesses providing financial backing. And I guess we just need them adopted.
I just wanted to say thank you all for getting up so early this morning and getting here. Commissioner Esfeld has been bragging about you guys for the last several weeks. And we're probably disappointed her if we wouldn't have had you guys come in. And thank you for supporting Barton County also, because that's what our job is, to grow Barton County, and you guys are helping Barton County. So thank you all.
Mr. Chair, would you like a motion?
I'm ready for a motion.
I move to adopt Proclamation 2026-10, celebrating 10 years of Great Bend Batcats Baseball Club.
I'll second that. Then, Mr. Chairman, I also wanted to give a shout out to Peanut, TJ, and George for coming and helping coach my Little League baseball team for my son. And I get the feeling that just about any of you guys would have come and helped. So that says a lot about you. And Got to go back and hang out with you guys for a minute. And I mean, the biggest thing I learned is I'm really glad TJ is better at real baseball than playing video games, because it could have just been a rough night. Yeah, I don't know, but
He hasn't had time to hone in on his skills. These guys are playing ball.
oh, TJ, I appreciate you, man. You're a good humored guy.
You guys probably don't realize how many young individuals look up to you guys also.
Yeah.
So
Not a bad word said the whole time either. That
They have
was
a lot of
impressive.
fans, a lot of the kids, they sign autographs after the games. I mean, it's just, like I say, we could go on and on. And then who puts together, there's mustard, ketchup and ranch races that little kids get to participate in. Who does that?
Yeah, so I could have mentioned a lot more, but you know, we are growing and we happen to have 2 interns this year at a booth near the entrance to do some things, hand out rosters, you know, sell a few raffle tickets. James really gets fired up in front of the crowd out here. I mean, I try to stay in the dugout, but I can hear him over the speaker and he's throwing t-shirts at people and all kinds of stuff. But James and Zoe, we put them in charge to kind of find 3 people. And finally we had an even race the last time. Before it was like a 12-year-old, a 8-year-old and a 6-year-old. We knew who was going to win that. And Ranch has been on fire, by the way, but so they've been doing that, and there's still more that we want to do, but we've kind of eased into it. Zoe wasn't there really the first month, but we want to continue to get better. I mean, we have to keep up in the ante, and we will in the future.
yeah, I think we had a first and second, but we never got all in favor.
So just got to call the vote, I guess.
Okay, we have first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Coach, when's your next game? When's your next home game?
Sunday at 3:00, we play Junction City here, which will prove to be a big game. We're on the road tomorrow and Thursday at Newton, then at Junction City on Friday, and then the All-Star game on Saturday in Hutch. And then we're home Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday, I believe, next week. And I mean, that's the final stretch. So we have some really good sponsors like always. So if you have an opportunity to come out and, you know, who knows, maybe Fridays and we get to say that we're officially league champs and we can celebrate a little bit with the fans. So.
Cool. Get a picture.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have one more that should introduce?
Please introduce yourself.
Big field.
Where are you from?
Poisonton.
Thanks, Jake.
Barton.
Thanks for coming. We know you guys were up very late. We appreciate you coming. You got here perfect time. We're going to take a picture. Alex, should we go out on the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a mountain.
Okay, boy, the room cleared out. All right. As we move on, item B, Independent Township Board appointment, and Ms. Smidler is going to give us some details.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
We have two of the board members that want to resign for personal reasons, and James Debus was the treasurer, and Randy Ozier, trustee, both are resigning effective today. And the board is asking that you appoint Dustin Daniels as treasurer and Fred Beck as trustee. Just
Okay.
ask for approval of those appointments.
All right, do we have any discussion on this? I just appreciate the two stepping up to
I
take the
think those
position.
two have been on there for
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
have more than done their time.
right, I believe so. Okay, so I think I'm ready for a motion.
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
move to accept the resignation of Randy Ozier as the Independent Township trustee. Further move to approve the appointment of Fred Beck as Independent Township trustee. I can't say that, effective July 7th, 2026, with the position terming January 8th, 2029. And move to accept the resignation of James J. Debus as Independent Township treasurer. Further move to approve the appointment of Dustin Daniels as the Independent Township treasurer effective July 7th, 2026, with the position terming January 8th, 2029.
I'll second that.
okay, you had a first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Mr. Chair. I'd
Yes,
just like to say thank you to both of those individuals who have served on that board. I can't tell you the number of years, but they were great to work with, and I thank them for their service.
I know it's been more than.
I would almost guess that probably 25 years.
I bet.
It probably wouldn't be too far
No,
out,
bet not.
so. Okay, do we need anything for executive session? I see none. Moving on to announcements. Following the close of the agenda meeting, the commission will consider the authorization of personal changes for classified positions, sign any documentation approved during the agenda meeting, or sign any other documentation required for the regular county business. Similar action may take place throughout the day. Appointments. Although subject to change, the following appointments have been scheduled at 9:45 or following the close of the agenda meeting. Planning session with media consultant at 10 o'clock. Regular business discussion, Matt Potsner, County Administrator, 10:15. Equipment needs, Jennifer Hamby, Solid Waste Director, at 10:30. Program update, Dina Pop, 911 Director, 10:45. Departmental planning session, Lindsay Ensley, Interim Public Health Director. At 11:30, the commission will continue business discussion. County edition, KVGB AM, Thursday at 11:05. Bev Smidler, County Clerk, is scheduled for July the 9th, 2026.
But she's talking elections. What do you want to?
I'll bet she does.
We talk about baking.
Baking? Yeah, that's.
I highly doubt it. Pay attention to Bev. She'll give you some really interesting information. And if she does talk about elections, you'll probably learn something. Okay, moving on to other business discussion items, and this is mainly for the commissioners. We have discussion items. Anybody?
Mr. Chair, I just want to
Yes.
say, we are short, maybe 10 days away from After Harvest Fest. So if you plan on attending in Ellenwood, festivities kick off Thursday morning, I believe, and the parade is slated for the 18th at 10. And if you have not put your entry in, please do so, because
Who would they get a hold of to do that?
the link is on the chamber page.
Was it okay?
Yes, or you could get a hold of me, but the link is on the chamber page, links to a Google Doc. So if you have not entered, I would appreciate it if you would get your entry done. So we'll do lineup starting at 9 a.m. that Saturday morning. So, and then I also attended a KNRC meeting about the Quivira water issue, and we are doing a visit at Quivira tomorrow. I'm not sure on the time yet. I believe we have a commissioner from Stafford and a commissioner from Pawnee, I think is going to be able to attend. So they're going to give us a tour of the refuge and how they're managing their vegetation and things. So, yeah.
Thanks for doing that for us. That's,
Right.
that's important.
Yeah,
Still ongoing.
Yeah.
yeah, water's always important, and also thank you for volunteering for the After Harvest Festival, because I know you spent a lot of time of your personal time doing that, and
That's a lifetime volunteer.
You don't get off that board.
No, and I should say that's Rotary. Ellenwood Rotary has put on the parade for as long as I can remember. So they've always been in charge of organizing it. And our numbers have slimmed down to where I think we only have 8 or 12 Rotarians that are actually active. So there'll be 4 or 5 of us out there lining entries up and trying to get everybody in order and running the announcer. And we do run an announcer that talks about each entry. So it's kind of a neat thing. Not all parades do that. So
so it takes lots of volunteers and lots of hours to do.
yes, the whole AHF takes a lot of volunteers. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Next is citizens or organizations may present requests or proposals for initial consideration at this time, and I see none. The commissioners are available to the public on Tuesdays during regular business hours. One or more commissioners may be present in the commission chambers conducting county business throughout the day on Tuesdays. The commissioners may individually schedule personal appointments related to the county business at their discretion. The next regular meeting will be at 9 a.m. Tuesday, July the 14th, 2026. And if I could get a motion to adjourn,
So moved.
I had a first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.